Hello all, and welcome back to my rover testing world. We are once again going to be looking at a rover that was submitted by somebody on the Discord. Actually, it wasn't really submitted by someone on the Discord. They just linked their entire Steam workshop, and I went and I looked through it, and I saw they had a rover on there, and I'm like, I'm going to check that out. I also needed to test my OBS settings because I recently updated OBS, and it screwed everything up. So I reverted back, and now, yeah. I need to test it, so I'm like, why not just make a video? We'll look at this rover, check it out, see how good it is, and give a little bit of feedback, and it'll be a good test. So the rover we're going to be looking at is, if I can push the right button, there we go, it is base rover, base car. I have so many things named like this that it's hard to find. Base cart, that's what it is. Okay, it's base cart, and this was put together by MostlyAwol. And I have to say, I like the way this looks. I like it so far. This is a neat looking bumper. I don't know why I'm waving at it. Okay. It's a neat looking bumper. I like these blocks a lot. The beam blocks are really cool for about 1 million different uses. Functionality, you're probably better off with something else because these blocks are fairly fragile compared to a lot of other options you have. If you have like wheels or something, it looks terrible, but it works way better. Or if you use the blast door blocks, they work extremely good as bumpers and they don't look as terrible. This definitely looks great, but it's going to crunch when you run into something. So I also really like the use of these, what are these, LED, whatever, they're lights. They're light blocks, tube lights of some sort. But they look really good as bars and ladders and different things like that. Like you would use that to climb up into these seats. That's cool. This is a pretty neat little like transport car, it looks like, for transporting crew. Like work crew. I have no idea what this block is. This block is something that's not in the base game, for sure. Let's switch. It's a weapon rack. Are weapon racks... Wait, are there small grid weapon racks in the vanilla game? Am I insane? Because I don't have any mods on this world. Oh my gosh, if I've been missing on this my entire life, I'm actually gonna die. Oh my lord, there's small grid weapon racks. This is vanilla? Are you kidding me? I didn't even know this. I'm gonna use these so much. This is so cool. Is there anything else? That I need to go check this. I had no idea. Are there small grid lockers? It's like just the weapon rack. That's insane. But I love it. Holy cow. Okay, so I'm glad I looked at this already because I already learned something new. What is this? This is a small cargo container. I guess you could stick a couple tools. I think you can put like a tank, a single tank in there. But if you're just driving this around, no big deal. Let's jump in the cockpit and see what it has on it for blocks. It looks like 1 gyro. Okay, at least it has a gyro. I think 2 is always better than 1, but this is a pretty small vehicle, so 1 might be plenty. It has a reactor for power. That's fine. Small cargoes. 3 reactors. Interesting choice to use a bunch of different types. And a couple weapon racks. That's it. Alright. Where are these reactors? Because I hope I can... Okay, so that reactor is attached to this hole. I'm assuming the other reactor is attached to this one. Oh, are these the reactors up here? Am I just being stupid? These are cargo containers. Where are the other reactors on this? I'm going to copy this and tear it apart and find out. Okay, this is just a big chunk of blocks. Okay. This is where I thought they would be. So there's reactors on the other sides of, oh no, that's the gyro. Okay, are the other reactors hidden up front? It doesn't look like that's possible. And you have the wheels attached to each other, which is really cool. I like that. And they're nice and hidden up underneath there. It's very nice, very nice. Seriously though, where are the, oh, is this, wait, what are these? Is this, am I crazy? Is these lights? Oh, these are reactors. Okay, buddy. This is not survival ready. These reactors have no way to be refueled. They're not piped into anything. It's a cool vehicle. It looks cool. Yeah, you literally have to like grind down the front to refuel your reactors. Just put the reactor right here. Put your reactors behind there. That was perfectly fine spot to put reactors. Yeah, I guess there's nothing wrong with it. It's a creative vehicle though, because there's no way to refuel those reactors in game without removing pieces. I think I would put the reactors, because you have this like solid chunk of blocks here, right? I would put them like underneath. I would put them right where this gray layer is. Put the reactors in there, and then you can like use piping to just pipe them all in. And it won't change the way your vehicle looks at all. But your reactors will be functional in survival, which is good. And I would also consider, no, this is fine. I think that'd be just fine. I would hook up all your reactors to the same inventory space though, instead of like having one on one side, one on the other. Just have this pipe in, turn, and then put like a row of conveyor junctions right here, and then put your 3 reactors right in a row right on the other side, and then have that come around and hook up to your small cargo right here so that you can access it, and that'll be perfect. Your power production will be back there, and it'll be perfectly good. It's cool to have the engine in the engine space of where like it would be for a normal car, but it's not functional for survival. All right, now that I've destroyed this, I gotta go back and pull out a new copy so we can take it for a test drive. All right, cool. And I'm actually gonna just leave this here so I don't have to do that again. We'll just paste it down here. I'm kind of excited to take this one for a test drive because I think it's gonna work fairly well. Let's jump in and do a wiggle test. Do they have the wheels? Yes, just the front ones turn. Excellent. Let's look at the speed. Okay, they have default speed limit, which is kind of what this course is designed for. So that should be just fine. And yeah, let's do some first-person driving. I think this is going to be good. We'll find out if the suspensions are set up well really quickly. Yeah, I didn't bottom out. It's pretty good. Ah, feels good to be flying again. Alright, this is a pretty big jump. We're going to try and do a flip. Yeah, we could have done a flip. 1 gyroscope is enough for this vehicle, I think. 2 gyros and I'd be doing like backflips for days. Do 1 backflip just to do it. Oh, there we go. Very comfortable driving in this vehicle. I do like that. I haven't heard any clanging of bottoming out or anything like that, which is really nice. It's heavy enough that it sticks to the ground fairly well. I'm not getting tons of bouncing off the ground. The wheel suspensions just compress and I maintain contact, which is good. Sometimes when vehicles are too light, they will jump off the ground a whole bunch and it actually makes them harder to control. Oh, okay, okay. Okay, our first roll. That was kind of unexpected. I'm not exactly certain what went wrong there. Probably some sort of user error. Something I didn't check is what this is made out of. Is this... Okay, it is heavy armor. At least... So, wait, this chunk right here is heavy armor. The rest of it's light armor. Okay. Okay, that's fine. It seems to be working okay. They have heavy armor like kind of right in the middle, below some of their maybe more valuable stuff. Let's see if one gyro is enough to flip it back over. It doesn't seem like it's going to be. We'll really try and force this. Let's get in this gyro. Let's try override controls. Okay, that's not the right one. Pitch isn't the right one. Yeah, so override controls aren't even enough. So one gyroscope's just not enough, in my opinion, for this vehicle, because you can't flip it back over with the gyros, and then you're just kind of stuck like this. Oh, 2 gyros? Is 2 gyros enough? Come on. Alright, I'm on my head now. I should be able to flip over the front usually, or maybe over the back. This is usually how I get back upside right. This is still really hard. Dang. I'm kind of surprised that 2 gyros aren't enough to flip this vehicle back upside right. Alright, so we're going to do that the cheating way. I'm going to take this gyro back off, and we'll continue driving it. Even taking a pretty good tumble, I don't see a whole lot of damage, really. The bumpers took some damage. Let's see how it does on this hill. Ooh, pretty much exactly what I expected. It's a very steep hill. Oh, am I flipping over backwards? I am. Okay. So, here's what happened on that hill. The bumper sticks out kind of far. So when I hit the hill, because it's such a steep slope, the bumper clipped and just blew a hole in the train. That's kind of what this hill is meant to test, is how good, you know, your bumper blew up, unfortunately. So the bumper shouldn't destroy itself, but that was kind of expected because it's not a strong blocks. It's just a nice looking block. And the other thing is, it shouldn't have probably hit in the first place. Though these are not the big wheels. And I bet if I took this slowly, I could probably get up it. But if you hit it at speed, yeah, see, it's fine now. The bumper, the other thing with bumpers, what is happening? Oh, you know what's the problem is? I still have override controls on. You know what? Let's give this a free pass on that, and let's paste a fresh one in without the override controls on, because the override controls were keeping it from tipping up when it hit that slant. Maybe that was just me. Alright, now let's try it again. Oh, what the? Am I just running to? Oh, there's a rock there. Okay. Well, let's try this slope again. I think it's still going to bottom out. Okay, no, it was fine. Ignore everything I said. Other than the fact that, yeah, that bumper, if it does hit something, it's just going to crunch. That's just a fact. Those blocks are not strong. It's doing just fine, though. We got a nice jump here. This is actually pretty satisfying to drive around this course, I'm not gonna lie. It could spin a little more quickly in the air, for my liking, but it's not bad at all. The fact that I can do a flip means it's pretty solid. And it does look very nice, I'll give you that. I don't seem to tip all that much either when I'm cornering, so that's good. You have to say, oh yeah, see that right there is a problem. I'm not exactly certain what was going on there, but when I corner sometimes, it does roll kind of funny to the side really easily. That might just be an issue of like a high center of balance, or higher than I normally have on my vehicles. But it's not bad at all, that's for sure. I don't know why my game is really jumpy right now, but it is. Ooh. Okay, see, we controlled the roll to the point where I didn't blow up anything, but I wasn't able to control it enough to recover. So that's a little, like one more gyro I think would fix that. And we already know I can't flip it back over with one gyro, so we have to just cut and paste it back in for now. I really like the view out of these cockpits. The Rover ones. Oh, yeah, see? Oof. It kind of rolls easy. I feel like I shouldn't be rolling that easily. So there's something interesting going on with that. I think it's just a high center of balance. Though this vehicle is, it looks like it should have a really low center of balance. It looks pretty dang good on that front. So maybe it's just the way I'm driving it, or maybe it corners a little too tightly, or the friction is really high. I'm just going to take a look at the wheel suspensions again and just see what settings in general they have. The friction, so if you turn the friction down to 40, it would probably fix the grabbing and flipping on turns like that. I like my friction up kind of high though, so I usually don't move it down too much. Though that would pretty much solve that problem. It would reduce the grabbing and then flipping that's been going on. I do like that the height offset is maxed. That's wise, as it should be. The strength seems fine for the weight of the vehicle. If it had more heavy armor, it'd probably be, turn that up to 8%, but it's doing just fine. Okay. We're kind of at the point in the loop where the rest of it, if it made it through the first half, it's going to make it through this. So I'm going to turn it and run it through this little bit in the reverse direction of the track, and that's just because there's a giant jump here, and I want to see how it does off of the full-on cliff jump. Land as flat as possible. Ooh. It did bottom out, but it doesn't look like it took any damage from bottoming out. Maybe, nope, that block might not have been there, I don't know. Probably not there. Yeah, it seems uniform all the way around. Not bad. It survived that just fine. It did bottom out, so it stopped, but it didn't take any damage as far as I can tell. The damage it's currently has is from me rolling it. So yeah, a little. If you reduce the friction, it wouldn't flip as much on the cornering. Yeah, see, I can roll it up on the sides of the wheels by cornering hard, and then it rolls. Reduce the friction, and that pretty much just solves that problem. Or just drive better, right? I'm not really trying super hard to drive this to not crash it, but yeah, cool. I think that's all for this rover. Pretty neat rover. I like it a lot. A little bit of improvements on making it survival ready with moving those reactors, but other than that, good job. I like it. See you guys in the next one.